A new topic is picked each week. 20 questions are asked, 10 each. One person's a fan, the other had to cram. The winner picks for the next week and gets bragging rights. The loser gets to hang his head in shame.
Today is July 29th, 2017, and this is episode 10, Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I'm Justin.
And I'm Jared.
It's time for the FAN-CRAM Showdown.
I'm assuming there's banjo.
It's going to be banjos.
I want you to play something like completely, like a didgeridoo or something like that, and just make us both look like asses.
Welcome back, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I am kind of salty. Some off-show stuff, you know what's going on, but I'm gonna make the best of it. We'll see if that affects my score today.
Those post office people, crazy.
Fucking USP. I sent them an angry tweet. That's what I did.
That's gonna do a lot, I guarantee you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I once shit talked Comcast. No, is it Comcast or T-Mobile? And they were like, "Oh, what can we do to help?" And this is after I have gone like a marathon session of like getting them to figure something out on their phone lines. And I was like, "You're the Twitter media feed, all right? There's nothing you can do that we have not tried already. Like, unless you can unfuck this situation, you're not going to help me." And I think USPS is probably the same way.
Yeah, they're not going to do anything.
But forget.
You're gonna have to wait
USPS.
till tomorrow. And but they'll be closed tomorrow. It's Sunday, right?
Yeah, I have to wait till Monday. God damn it. Way to rub it in, damn it. So, but anyway, let's talk about happier subjects. We did Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Yes.
I had never heard of this, by the way,
glad.
until you mentioned it. And I laughed my ass off through the whole thing. I tried to explain it to my wife, and like she did not want to hear. I was like, "Oh yeah, there's one scene where this one kid just like tries to like tackle one of them and just like jumps into the wood chipper," and she's like, "I don't want to hear that." But it's something you have to see, and I'm not a big fan of horror movies, but I know a lot of the cliches, and this movie for me was awesome just because it takes a lot of that stuff and flips it around.
It does.
And it's just a big parody of it. So, like I said, I mean, I never liked horror, but I like movies like Scream. I really liked just because it looked at more of the formula of horror movies rather than like just like telling you one that's kind of cheesy.
Right.
So, the little reflective type thing is.
Have you seen? Have you seen Cabin in the Woods?
No.
Well, future note taken.
Note made about that.
That's a Joss Whedon movie that kind of does the same thing, but
okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, no, I never heard of what's his face who plays Dale, but I'm a big Alan Tudyk fan, and but I really enjoyed this.
I think both of them are great. But he's not. The other guy's not in much. I wish he was.
He needs to be.
He was really great. I wish he was in more. I don't have his name off the top of my head, so that's bad. But he is great.
Well, I'm not looking up on IMDb.
No, apparently I did read that. I mean, the post was really old, but apparently they're doing a sequel. I don't know if that's been canned or not.
I've seen articles saying that it's happening, and I saw an article saying that here's why it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Tyler Labine. Is Dale or Laban? Labine.
Tyler Labine, you need more work. You need more. You need to do more. You're great.
Jesse Moss, who played Chad, you don't need more work.
Chad is that okay? So like when I'm writing notes and stuff, I'm writing my questions and I'm writing notes about like things to talk about. I only have one note, and that is Chad is a dick. Like he is an absolute dick at every turn in this movie. Like you absolutely hate him.
Yeah, and I obviously that was on purpose, but it kind of goes along the whole misunderstanding that happens throughout the entire movie. But then you realize he has a dark past. But enough of that. We got to get into the showdown, man.
Let's get into the showdown.
We can talk about this afterwards.
Let's get into the showdown. Spoilers. All right, sir.
I have to redeem myself.
Are you ready for your first question?
Yes.
All right. This is a greater than or less than question.
Great.
greater than or less than, yes. So at the start of the film, we see a POV view, a POV of the cameraman. How much recording time is left on his camcorder? Is it greater than or less than 150 minutes?
What the fuck kind of question is this?
It's like the first thing you see.
Yeah, but who's paying attention to that?
Me?
Okay, it's a question that I have to answer. So, greater than or less than...
150 minutes.
It's not an equal to. It's a greater or less
Greater
than.
than or less than.
100 how many minutes? 150?
Greater than or less than 150 minutes.
150 minutes.
I mean, it's a big portion of the screen. It's like the first thing you see. That's why I picked it.
Okay, for those only listening audio, I shook my head in shame. I'm going to say greater than final answer, because I don't know.
You are incorrect. It is less than. It was 138 minutes.
Great. Starting off at a... God damn it.
Your question,
okay.
sir.
Yes. What was the name of the gas station they pulled into? Open answer.
I do not.
The college kids.
Right. I do not. Oh man, I do not remember. Quick Trip. Final answer.
Incorrect.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
It was Last Chance Gas.
That's funny.
Yes. All right. At least we're even.
We are even. All right.
We both got the poots.
All right, sir. What frat do the college guys belong to? This is multiple choice.
Okay.
Is it the Delta Beta, the Omega Beta, the Lambda Alpha, or the Delta Zeta?
It'd be Omega Beta. Final answer.
That's correct. Ding.
Because I had that question.
Oh boy.
You want to hear? You want to hear my fake
Yes,
names?
I want to hear them.
Kappa Alpha, Delta Theta, and Mu Alpha.
Mu Alpha.
I was actually I was part of math league in high school, and we were Mu Alpha Theta because in Greek that spelled math.
Oh, look at there.
We were being very clever. All right, my question. Which one of these items was not included in the list the gas station attendant read off to Tucker?
Damn it. Okay, go.
3/4 inch. You ready?
Yeah.
This is multiple choice. 3/4 is one that was not included. 3/4 inch nails, fishing hooks, lubricated condoms, or feminine napkins.
I'm gonna say lubricated condoms.
Final answer?
Yes.
Incorrect.
I don't remember that.
The fishing hooks they did not name.
Well, I was thinking, fishing hooks because they go fishing.
Now this is something. Yeah, I would say that was a tricky one. But here's the thing: if you did not have subtitles turned on, you probably would have missed this.
Yeah,
but it was. I was like, he was like reading off like 3/4 inch nails. Like, all right, this is the right thing. And then I see in the subtitles, feminine napkins, lubricated. I was like, what the fuck are they? Yeah, there's a lot of like subtle things like that. It's just hilarious. All right.
0-1.
Yes.
All right, here you go. This is an easy one. I don't know if I should give it to you.
We only have so many to choose from.
Yeah. All right. When Dale tries to chat up the college girls, what is he carrying that gives them a scare? Is it a pitchfork, a scythe, a chainsaw, or a machete?
A scythe. Final answer.
That's correct.
The one thing that you should not bring when you're introducing yourself to new people. All right, I did not actually have that. Okay. When entering their new vacation home, Tucker and Dale found a coupon to a hot dog restaurant. What was the name of that restaurant? It's a multiple choice. Chubby's Chili Dog Depot, Chubby's Cheesy Dog Depot, Charlie's Chili Dog Depot or Charlie's Cheesy Dog Depot?
I'm gonna go with Charlie's Cheesy Dog Depot.
Final
answer.
Incorrect.
Damn it.
It was Chubby's Chili Dog Depot. Oh man. See, okay. Well, we can get into this later, but as far as like, so they went into this. Was the vacation home supposed to be the same house that the other murders happened, or was it just supposed to be like a house of like a really creepy person? Because it seemed like it was like it was once a horror house. Like it had like the big post that would like fall down.
It seemed that way. I don't know if it's supposed to be, but I'm pretty sure.
And it had like the news clippings of like all the murders
and stuff like that. All right. To go along with that, when Tucker and Dale arrive at the cabin, Tucker exclaims that a blank must have lived here before because of the decor of the room. Short answer.
A blank must have lived there?
It was a profession.
Oh, archaeologist. Final answer. You gave it. Is that the right answer?
Yes, that's correct.
You gave it away with that clue. You shouldn't have done that.
Archaeologists must have lived here. Oh, that was great.
Oh, see, they with all the dead animals and stuff. Okay. Why did the police officer pull Tucker and Dale over? This is a multiple choice.
Okay.
Broken turn signal, broken taillight, erratic driving, or they were driving too slow.
It's one of the first. Can you read the first two off again?
Broken turn signal or broken taillight?
I believe it's the tail light. Or no, turn signal. I'm going to go with turn signal. Final answer.
I'm glad you changed it because that was correct.
Yes.
Very good. Yeah, you almost lost it there, man.
Almost lost it. All right.
Okay.
Next question. Dale makes 2 breakfasts for Allison, the first being pancakes. What is the second? Short answer.
It would be eggs and bacon. Final answer.
Correct, sir.
Because I had that question.
God damn it.
You want to hear mine?
Go ahead.
So, but mine was a different one. It was like when Dale remade Allison's breakfast, which item was not on the plate, and it was egg, sausage, bacon, or dead flowers.
Those flowers were great.
Yeah. Well, then I'm gonna cross this one out because you already know what that one's gonna be. It was a pancake question. Okay. What was the name? Well, no. Okay, this is going back to the Chili Dog Depot. What was the coupon deal at the hot dog restaurant for? Open answer.
Oh, God, I don't remember this coupon.
It was a buy something, get something free. That's the only. It's a big hint, but I'm gonna let you have that one.
A buy one, get one free? Final answer?
Oh, so close. It was a buy 3, get 2 free.
Oh my God.
See, you're going to be giving me these little minute number ones.
That's
You're
fine.
going to get some back.
That's fine.
Oh, okay, go.
All right. In the ending scene, we see that Allison has joined Dale's bowling team. What is the name of the bowling team? Short answer.
Oh, shit. I do not remember this.
I can give you a hint. It's 2.
Shiny balls. Final answer.
That's incorrect. It's Bob's and Billy's.
I would have never gotten that. Okay. When explaining to Allison what he was digging, Dale used all of these explanations but one. Which one did he not use? A. Shitter hole. B. Crapper hole. C. Outhouse hole. Or D. Hole for the shithouse. I can read this back to you if you
I'm
want.
going to say outhouse hole.
Final answer?
Yes.
You are correct. Yes! He does say it, but he does not suggest it. It was Allison said, he like an outhouse hole.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, yeah, outhouse.
Right. All right, coming back up. I'm coming back up there, man.
Then, I didn't think you'd get that one.
Yeah. All right. Here's a short one. What was Allison's degree in? Short answer.
Was psychology. Final answer.
That is correct.
Oh, you're pausing there.
It was actually sociology.
Really?
No, it was psychology. You're right.
Okay. What was the name of the wood chipper? This is multiple choice.
Okay.
Chip, chipper, chippy, or chips?
Chip, chipper. Do them again.
Chip, chipper, chippy, or chips?
I'm gonna go with chip. Just gonna go with chip. Final answer.
Incorrect.
Damn it. What was it?
It was Chippy the wood chipper.
Chippy the wood chipper.
Oh man, that was an awesome scene.
We've had a doozy of a day, officer.
I like how they're. I don't want to get. I want you to give a question about it,
Okay.
but we'll talk about it. Okay, no, go ahead.
On what American holiday do the murders that happened 20 years ago take place? Short answer.
Be Memorial Day. Final answer.
That is correct, sir.
Yes. All right. What was the only thing the officer could say over the radio after being nailed in the head? Multiple choice. Dirt, furt, jert, or girt?
Well, I'm sure subtitles would have helped me with this one. So, I'm going to go with Gert. Final answer.
Correct. Wow. Did you actually remember that? Or you just guessing?
I'm guessing.
Hey, man. Let's see. Well, no, I don't know. No, I thought you could pull this
I
one
don't
out.
think I can.
But I could completely shit the bed here, so we'll see.
see. All right. Next question. What kind of tea does Chad say he can't have because of his asthma? Short answer.
Chamomile tea. Final answer.
That is correct, sir.
All right. Okay.
Losing. This can't be.
Losing. What was Dale's favorite board game? Open answer.
Trivia up.
Final
Final answer.
Correct. Boom, bing. By the way, can I just say I enjoy the fart sounds that you have put into this episode and of previous episodes and hopefully this episode. But I've noticed you've been a little inconsistent with the fart sounds.
Oh, have I?
Yeah, I hear them sometimes and they don't come, and so I'm not telling you how to do your job, but
Well,
as a concerned listener of this fine podcast, I expect fart sounds at every wrong answer.
well, I will try harder. I'm very sorry.
And I eat them wet and soggy.
Oh, gross. Okay. All right. Next question, sir.
Final question.
Are we at the final question?
Yep, I think so.
Oh my
Yep.
god. I didn't number mine. Are we?
Yes.
Oh, damn. See,
7,
this is what
2,
happens when I
4.
don't number my questions. I don't remember where I'm at.
I number mine. See?
Well, thank you. All right. Well, let me give you a hard one instead of one of these easy ones.
Keep me the hardest one you got.
What grade is it that Dale says that he nearly failed? Short answer.
Grade.
Says he nearly failed a grade.
I don't remember this. I'm gonna say second grade. Final answer.
Ooh, so close. It's third grade.
Damn it. That was my second guess. Okay. It's true or false.
Okay.
The first question Allison asked Dale when playing their trivia board game was, who was the 6th president of the United States? True or false? Or as I wrote it, true or false?
True or false? I'm gonna go with.
So did she? Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with false.
Final answer?
Ugh, my God, sneezing.
Excuse
That's
you.
gonna cut out. All right, so, yes, I'm gonna go with false.
That's correct.
Yes.
It was the 5th president.
That's great.
Good job.
I didn't even remember the president question, so that's why I said false.
You thought it was like a completely different question.
I thought it was a completely different question. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yes.
Ta-da! I won.
Congratulations, sir. You won.
Well, thank you. And guess what we're watching?
What are we watching, sir?
Well, I'm not going to tell you because I'm going to read you my questions off first.
Okay. Throw them at me.
All right. College kid. Do you have any more questions left?
I do. How many pounds of pickled eggs does Dale buy at the convenience store?
Is it 10 pounds?
6 pounds.
6 pounds. Damn it. Should have asked that one.
Dale says that all of this wouldn't have happened if it hadn't have been for what?
For Dale's libido? I don't know.
For going fishing.
For going.
True or false? Chad takes 3 of Tucker's fingers.
False, too.
Yes, correct. And that's all of mine.
All right. College kids had to stop because they forgot what item. Open answer.
Beer.
Yes. What was the name of the lake where Tucker and Dale's vacation is located? Open answer.
Camp Crystal Lake. I don't remember.
Yeah. Morris Lake.
Morris Lake.
The kid who tried to attack Tucker and went into the chipper was holding what weapon?
A pocket knife.
Correct. What was the name of Dale's dog? Open answer.
I don't remember. One-eyed bandit. I don't know.
Jangers.
Jangers. Okay.
In Chad's retelling of how his parents were attacked by hillbillies, how did it show his dad dying? Open answer.
Getting stabbed. I don't remember.
Dying in a furnace.
Oh, that's right. Right.
How old did Dale say he would have been at the time of Chad's parents' ordeal with the hillbillies?
6 years old.
Correct. Was that one? Whoa. That was a pretty good memory you got
Yep.
there. What year was the newspaper clipping they found about the Memorial Day murder? 1990, 1991, 92, 93?
90.
Correct. All right. I'm glad I didn't ask those questions. Okay. I am actually going to give you a choice.
Oh, a choice.
Yes,
Oh,
I'm feeling
pleasure.
the pleasure's all mine. The reason why is because I really want you to watch either one of these, but I can't decide, so I'm having you decide for me.
All right.
So you've told me before you have not seen the show Luther, correct?
I have not seen Luther.
Luther is a live-action British TV show.
It is.
And the other one I have is called Psychopaths.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming you haven't seen that.
I have not.
So Psychopaths is an anime.
Mm-hmm.
You know that it's about 22 episodes.
Okay.
Luther is not that long.
I'm going to go with Luther.
Go with
I'm
Luther.
gonna go with
Okay, let me
Luther.
see. I believe it's still on Netflix.
I think so.
I'm gonna double check. And I don't believe it's 22 episodes long.
I know it's got Idris Elba in it, correct?
Yes.
That's all I know about it.
Let's see. I almost typed in Tucker and Dale. Luther. Yes, Luther is here. It has season 1 is 6 episodes, and they're an hour each. So
Okay, that's not bad.
or about an hour. So Yes, I believe you will love the show because Idris Elba.
Is it what kind of? Is it
awesome.
crime? What is it? Is it?
It is. Well, let me read you a little of the synopsis.
Yeah, read me the synopsis.
A dedicated urban detective tries to keep a grip on his personal life while dealing with the psychological factors underlying the crimes he solves. So it's a little bit. It's like Sherlock, but he's not a pretentious asshole. And
with better writing.
It's like,
does it have better writing?
It adds better writing. It's kind of dark in some places. I think it's more down to earth, to be honest. And they have on actually there's like 4 seasons. So if you're into it, you can keep watching.
Cool.
But it's you'll love the characters, and it's because like with Sherlock Holmes and like that kind of thing, the main character is not really in a ton of danger. It's kind of like Doctor Who, where it's fun to kind of see him run around, and he's not really gonna get hurt. But in this one, like they make it so that he is very vulnerable, and that's kind of the whole idea of the show, is that it's like going into his demons and stuff that he deals with. So there you go.
That's pretty sweet. Sorry to offend Sherlock fans. I enjoy like the first bit of Sherlock, but some of those later episodes are pretty shit. So
how dare you? No, I did too. I actually stopped watching. I think season 2. I stopped watching.
I think it's season 3 when it falls off for me.
Wait, which season ends with Moriarty killing himself?
I think that's 2.
And 2. Okay, so I finished 2, and we watched like the first 2 episodes of 3, and then we just stopped.
Yeah, because they're just not good.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, I thought like the whole explanation of him faking his death was kind of crap. Like,
well, they don't explain anything. They just like, here's some options to choose from.
Right. I mean, and fans had spent like all that off season trying to figure out what it was, and the writers saying like, oh, if you watch it closely, you can figure out how he does it. But it was still kind of a crappy explanation, because they didn't really give one.
Yeah.
I don't know if they ever did later on, but
yeah, no. I've watched some of the later ones, but man, no, not good. I watched the one where his sister comes back.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that one.
If I did, I don't remember.
Okay, yeah, it's not worth remembering. Anyways, back to Tucker and Dale versus Evil. It's a great movie. I love it.
Yeah.
So I just saw this, like, it was on, it was going around Reddit, and people were just like, watch this movie without knowing anything about it. So I watched it without knowing anything about it, and I loved it. I thought it was a great little twist on, slasher movies, and the way they handled the characters and all that was really great.
Yeah, I mean, when they first opened it up, I thought it was just going to be another kind of horror movie, or like slasher flick. But even from the first scene, or after the first scene when they're at the gas station, you realize kind of where it's going. And what I loved is that a lot of the things, like this movie's so tongue in cheek that they don't even really try to hide a lot of the obvious things that are coming. I don't know if that was conscious, but I like that they didn't try to make it kind of clever. So like when the officers in their house, they kind of foreshadow very clearly that he is going to get hit by that beam coming down. Just the way the angle is shot, and that he's walking over by it, and you're like, okay, but you know it's coming, but it's still hilarious because the whole idea is that he's you watch these slasher flicks, and the hillbillies are always the bad guy, but you never see it from their perspective. So like in this case, it was just them in the wrong place at the wrong time.
These kids just had a suicide pact, and they were just trying to kill themselves.
I love their explanation for it. It's like, well, your friends are suicidal. I don't know what they're doing, and but yeah, even like when she tries to sit down and like have a therapy session. Like he has his own shit, Chad.
Yeah.
Speaking of, but the whole setup was great, and Alan Tudyk, Isn't he like British or something? Like,
is he?
I don't know if he's Alan Tudyk. We're stopping here to look at this. Born in he's American. Born in Texas.
Oh, really?
But for some reason I thought I guess because I've seen him do a bad British accent and other things.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he was great. Just his inflection and so this reminded me a lot of like Hot Fuzz and I guess those kind of movies where you have these very sympathetic characters just kind of stuck in the wrong place.
Right.
And yeah, I really I'm glad you actually picked this one because it definitely was not something I was expecting, and I was happily surprised by it.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
So I had some things I wanted to talk about as far as theories.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm trying to remember how. So Chad, how did he die at the end? Or
he doesn't die.
Quote unquote die.
He does not die.
He does. Because at the beginning, it's
him.
You see him. Yeah. That's what I was going to ask because I was like, because I watched it again to get questions, and I was like, did he they just kind of like some little vignette or whatever? Like did he just fall and hit the ground?
Yeah, he
like
falls. He falls to the ground, and then like everyone assumes that he is dead, but he's not. And then in the the opening sequence, is a 3 days. Well, it says it cuts to 3 days earlier. So, like, this is 3 days after, like, the events have happened.
Right. And so he's apparently become the thing that he hated, which is kind of funny.
He's half hillbilly,
Yeah. The newspaper clipping of his grandpappy or whatever. Yeah, I guess you could try to pull some sort of deeper meaning out of it, but, like, I try to just turn my brain off because it's much more enjoyable that way. Because it's really just kind of a lampooning of the slasher flick. Right. And I was trying to think of something. I'm trying to think of what else. That's pretty much it. It is not a lot of depth to it, at least that I didn't see.
Not really.
But that's sometimes you just need a movie to,
yeah, just fun.
Turn your brain
off. Just a fun
for.
parody movie. You get a lot of laughs out of. Yeah. Not really anything to analyze. There was no deep meaning to the jokes.
I'm sure you could pull some deep meaning if you want to look at like misunderstandings of cultures and stuff like that, but it takes away the fun of the movie. So apparently there's supposed to be a sequel.
Yeah, I would wonder what they would do with that.
Apparently they had a script and it was really sucked and they had to throw it out.
Oh, that's shitty. And apparently
yeah,
this one I just read on IMDb, this movie just sat on the shelf for 3 years. Like, they made it, and, like, it just sat at the studio for 3 years, and then they decided to release it.
Well, it had a limited release, so, I guess it didn't have a lot of exposure. But, something like this probably wouldn't. But it's kind of has a cult following. Cult, yes. Not a folk following. A little spoonerism there.
No, I doubt it probably made its money back.
Yeah.
I doubt it. Just because it's not.
There wasn't a ton of like special effects. So, like, a lot of it was just like really weirdly. Actually, some of the practical effects were pretty good.
Yeah, no, I'd say they were. But it's not like Paranormal Activity where they make the movie for $1,000 and then make $4 million off of it. Like this is like there was obviously a budget for this. And, like, it just didn't get the release it deserved or the promotion it deserved. And it just didn't make money.
I bet they spent all their budget on that wood chipper scene.
They had to rent out the wood chipper.
Rent out the wood chipper. They had to pay. They had to buy or make a dummy of the kid. My funny thing. Okay, this is what I was gonna say. I didn't want to. If it was a question you had. But when they were explaining to the police officer what happened, because they're covered in blood, and they're trying to explain it, and they have the half chewed up body laying behind them, and it's like, listen, these kids just coming out of nowhere and just killing themselves on our property, and we were scared shitless. And it's just I think just like they're kind of deadpan, like trying to explain. They know that they're not going to be believed. Yeah, but... like there's no way you can explain yourself out of that. But then like with the police officer, that's why I was saying there could be some deeper meaning. But like the house itself, was that part of the hillbillies, the original hillbilly group? I think it was.
It must have been. But I mean,
yeah, because
yes, the cop says that this place is cursed or something like that.
There's nothing but pain and suffering up on that hill, or down by the lake. And well, it's funny because you could have taken that one of two ways, because they were kind of like having some like misinterpreted like homosexual like thing going on, because he was trying to clean the beer up that he spilled in the car, but like his shirt ripped off. He's like, my friend Dale here is having some trouble with the ladies, and so we're gonna go down to our vacation home for a little man time. I think there's a picture when I was Googling pictures, there's a picture of Alan Tudyk's face when he said that line, and it's like the best fucking image. I gotta send it to you because I probably replayed that a couple times. It was so funny. But yeah, he's awesome. He needs to be in more things, or I need to watch him in more things.
Oh, awesome! I didn't know this. I'm sorry. I'm looking at IMDb. This is the. Oh, wait a minute. Hold the phone. Never mind.
Shut the front door.
Never mind. I thought I had found a cool fact, but I did not, because I was going to say, oh, this is the same director as Zombieland. You know that movie?
Yeah.
Well, he is the director of Zombieland, but the TV movie for Zombieland. Zombieland the series, which I don't know if you've seen anything of that, but that looks horrible.
Like horrible, like scary, or horrible, like production-wise?
Like production-wise.
Nice. Yeah, no, I haven't seen it. I've heard about it, but I didn't see if it was good or not.
Well, I mean, it never looked good to me, but I haven't watched any of it, so I can't say. But I saw a trailer for it, and it looked horrible. So I thought I had found something cool, like, oh yeah, this guy did Zombieland. But no, he didn't. He did that shit one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the. It's funny because at the beginning, like if you hadn't seen this before, and like when I first watched it, like the opening scene when they have like the college kids in their car, and when Tucker and Dale drive by them, they do like the slow motion pan of like them looking at them and kind of give them like the creepy look, and it kind of sets up that first misunderstanding, like, oh, these are just creepy hillbillies, and just they kind of have that first setup of like, yeah, they're just kind of being weird or weird looking, and Tucker's always kind of giving that lazy eye look. But then he starts reading on that damn list of the feminine napkins and lubricated condoms.
Let's go back and listen to that because I didn't catch it, because it is very faint.
Yeah. But yeah, man, and there was not a lot of that I could find, like fan stuff. I tried to get like Reddit. Look at Reddit posts and fan theories, but there was just wasn't enough. So our after show is going to be of some other things.
We'll talk about some other things. And I think we can wrap this up.
Yes, because I've got it done.
All right. You can follow us on Twitter. You can follow the show at FAN-CRAM Show. You can follow me at Justin_the_Scott. And you can follow Jared at
Tokidoki Tensai, TOKIDOKITENSAI, Tokidoki Tensai.
Be sure to email the show at fancramshowdown@gmail.com. We will read your emails, or Jared will, because he does the email. And
unless it's spam email, then I will not read it.
Yes, don't send us spam. Send us like cool things,
Yes.
And be sure to review us on iTunes if you like our show. And if you have been listening, we thank you for listening. You are amazing.
Yes. You are amazing. And we want to hear from you. Follow us.
Follow us.
I post art.
Yes.
From the show.
Jared posts art. This is the art that goes up on the cover arts of the episodes, but you can see it in progress on his Twitter.
Yes, this week, Justin was Dale and I was Chad. Did you see that in the Dropbox?
I did. I saw it.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny because I originally, because my original one I did was before I had my beard, and so I was doing it and I was almost all done. And my wife was like, "Wow, why don't you put your beard in there?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I could do that." So it's like my beard's like half blown off, so I had to add that back in there.
Well,
yes,
it's
enjoy.
Great. It will be there on the first thing you see. Well, thank you for listening, everyone. We are going to head on over to the after show where we will talk about who knows what.
Who knows?
Thanks for joining.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next week with Luther. Right? That's what it was, right?
Yes, it was.
Not
Luther.
Lex Luthor. Not Jesse
not
not Jesse Eisenberg. Lex Luthor.
Nope, fuck
the
that
worst,
one.
the
We're doing
worst
regular
Luther ever. But let's not get into that. Let's.
We can get into the after show.
All right. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next week.